That's who rules America now. That's who's been ruling it since 1963. And again, it didn't happen overnight. How could they tell minimum wage workers in 1963, sorry, but that dollar an hour you're making now, you're still going to make, excuse me, you're still going to make it, but the buying power is going to 2.5 cents because that's approximately what it's worth by today's standards. Do you understand? It's mathematics. It's inarguable. It's statistics. It's provable. That minimum wage today, to have the commensurate buying power of that $1 an hour 56 years ago, would have to be approximately around the country, depending on the buying power in your community of $1, approximately on average $40 an hour. Wrap your mind around that and tell me this happened incidentally and through incompetence and whoops. An oversight. No, it didn't. This was engineered and planned. Again, the frog in the water analogy. Gradually, slowly, incrementally, they did this to us. They couldn't have gotten away with this overnight. No way in the world. And it would have been a lot better if they had done it overnight. Then we would have felt the pinch all at once, and we could have dealt with it all at once. We could have rallied and unified around it and said, no, this is not okay. Instead of this wealth imbalance that it's created, now all these people that think they got it going on because they benefited from this wealth imbalance, at least in their sick and twisted minds, their short-sighted thinking, okay, they think that they're riding high, they're on top of this bubble. They've amassed great fortunes, they think, and good for them. Sorry, others, and they might even be people that say they're of integrity and honor, and they don't like this, and they say they're socialists or they're egalitarian, but they go with the flow all too easily. They take the path of least resistance. They don't speak out enough to educate people, to empower people with the knowledge and bring them out of confusion. Bring them out of Babylon is what you're doing. And far too many people, because they think they got it going on. It's worked in their favor. At least they perceive that. They believe that. And perception is their reality. So they get indifferent and complacent about other people's problems. And so they don't want to deal with it. So they don't deal with it. They say, it hurts my head. They rationalize. They say, do what I did. Right? You hear that all the time. And you know, even if they don't say it, that's what they're thinking. That the solution is, well, you should just go to school, or you should have. It's too late now. And I know I wanted to be successful financially, and I knew I had to go to school, and I needed to borrow money, and I worked hard, and I did this and that, and now I'm successful. And you want to take that? You want a reset of the economy? And I'm the socialist here. I'm a good person. And I mean, there's so much misunderstanding. You could cut it with a knife. It's palpable. The confusion and the lack of empowerment through proper, accurate knowledge and information, education. We're in a lot of trouble. We're in it really deep, my friends. Okay, and only God can help us now. I'm fully convinced that only God can help us now. But I say don't give up the good fight, because I'm telling you right here, at the end of the day, the good guys and gals, we're all guys, gals I call guys. Hey, mankind is womankind too. It's humankind. We're in this thing together. But the upright among us, the decent, those with integrity and honor, that really care about being answerable someday to their owner, because you don't own yourself unless you created yourself. You know how to create a human being with a brain and arms and limbs and all that. Then you are owned. Okay? Then you need to be comfortable answering someday with your belief systems. You got to understand they've got to hold water, and if they don't, then you're not going to be found worthy of deserving to inherit a better world. That's the world we should be working for, and that's all we can really do, is decide in our own hearts and minds to be the kind of people that we want to be surrounded by, of like mind, to be willing that others be set free, completely and totally, absolutely free, unequivocally free. No strings attached. That's what you've got to want for your fellow human being. And if you do, deep down in the marrow of your heart and your soul, your spirit, your mind, and your body, you want those things for others, and you'll be found worthy and deserving of getting those things. But your belief systems have to hold water, and you need to take this little window of time, this little window of opportunity, to cultivate, to nourish, to glean the right values, the right perception, the right reality, one that can be approved from on high by your owner. Beliefs and credos and philosophies that are going to hold water and get you to that other place. Okay? Because this ain't going to cut it. But the good guys are going to win this thing. It'd be an unwatchable movie, an unreadable book if they did. And so I want to encourage and comfort all the decent and upright people out there, those with integrity, and let them know, okay, without equivocation, that God's will is going to be established on earth. All those people crying out day and night, praying the Lord's Prayer, let God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven, are going to be heard on his timetable. Because I often wonder to myself, how can God possibly be so restrained and so patient with these evildoers? Why doesn't he put his foot down and mete out justice upon these people? And all I can tell you, folks, is that death in and of itself, because that's the worst thing these people do to us. They murder. They're genocidal, maniacal freaks is what they are, monsters for all intents and purposes. They murder. So death in and of itself is a lie from the pit of hell. And when you understand that, when your faith takes you to that place, you know that God is looking over his faithful servants, his friends. He sees that they're being bullied about, and he's not going to contend with these evildoers forever. But we've got to leave it to his timetable and trust that the Father knows best of when he's going to put his foot down. And when he loses his cool, that's when it hits a fan, my friends. It's all predicted in Scripture. It's prophesied in Scripture, like Jesus said. The wicked are going to be separated from the righteous. That's why I say on Judgment Day, when we stand before our owner, we want to make sure that we're on the right side of history and we're being found worthy and deserving of going to a better world. And our bodies, we're going to get new